Another company which joins us today is Bikaji, and they've also gone public. Not once upon a time. The brand is once upon a time. The legacy of the company is great, but they've just gone public barely 2.5, 3 years ago. Bikaji Foods post-listing has done rather well for itself. They've come out with numbers, and let's discuss those numbers. Manoj Verma, COO, and Rishabh Jain, CFO of Bikaji Food joins us. Manoj, Rishabh, good morning. Thank you for joining us. So Manoj bhai, Diwali कैसी जा रही है? Diwali कैसी जा रही है?
I think Diwali is going very good. There's a lot of excitement amongst, manufacturers, retailers, and consumers as well. So we are very excited.
When you say excited, can you define it for us? Is this Diwali better than last Diwali? Is this Diwali sales are going to be like never before?
I think one single line, if I can say about Bikaji at least, is that we are running out of our gifting stocks. I mean, we could not, meet the demand what we anticipated. I think that's a solace, or that's a strong thing we look at.
Rishabh, what we are discussing today are numbers for the quarter gone by, but that is the quarter of July, August, September. We are in November, and the following has happened after November, after September. Vegetable oil prices have gone higher. Food inflation selectively has made a comeback. And for the quarter gone by, if tomato was the problem, now onion and tomato, they both are a problem. So the margin expansion, what you've reported for the quarter gone by, will that get challenged in this quarter?
So, first of all, thank you. And so close to 1 year back, we got listed. So it's and I was seeing Mama listing. So it's an emotional moment for them as well as for us at that point of time. But yeah, so we have seen a good journey post listing. And from bottom line perspective, of course, we are looking at some increase in few commodity, but yeah, we are not consumer buyer of tomato and but edible oil is supporting it. It's not going upward. But yeah, few pulses are in increasing trend, but yeah, it's in control, and we will be we are not only working on but we are working on many efficiency level, be it purchase, hedging few commodity, building a lot of efficiency at below gross margin level. So yeah, we are working on we as a team, we are working very hard on maintaining this gross margin and EBITDA level.
You will stick by with that 13% level for your gross margins?
So that's what our target is.
Okay, good to hear that. Tell me, what is the target contribution when it comes from, the snack segment and from the sweet segment? Because from what I understand, the sweet segment is currently 12% of the revenues. Do you see this getting bigger in the revenue pie eventually?
So we don't think that it will go as bigger, because if you look at most of our expansion, the capacities what we are building across country are more on the snacktionary side, be it Western or ethnic. What we are trying to do is that how's that we can, bring up the value. So the premium sweets kind of our stuff is what teams are working on.
Manoj, when has the capacity expansion, when will it kick in? Because when we spoke to you last time, you said that you're almost at the end of the capacity expansion cycle.
So I think more or less it's over. So now it's one frozen unit, which is which in fact trials have already started, gonna get commissioned, as we said, the frozen plant, which is coming up in Bikaner, and one another unit which is coming up in Chhattisgarh, Durg, right? With this, our expansion phase would be over. It is now then on the utilization part. But as I said, all expansion is being primarily into Western and ethnic snacks, not the sweets.
To bring you in the conversation as well, the last time we spoke, you were talking about a 20% kind of growth in FY24. But if I look at the trajectory so far in the first half of the year, it still continues to be in single digit. Are you still holding on to that target of 20% growth in the year?
See, we said something between, say, 15 to 20% kind of a growth, right? When we said that about 16-17% would be our volume growth, right? And then rest is a factor of that, what price increases and all that stuff. This in itself would be a historical change over last many, many years, wherein the value growth is being by far higher than what the volume growth is. So that's what we said. I think we are on track. We should be close to what we have committed or what we are working on. Only thing is that when you look at first half, wherein the play of quarter 2 and quarter 3 is very, very huge, and I think in our last conversation also we pointed out that there's a shift of gifting. So the kind of growth what you will see in quarter 3 will be, much higher than what was in quarter 2 because of sweets shifting in. That's perhaps is the reason why this number is looking single digit, but will turn around.
Margin picture, because the raw material prices have come off, whether it's wheat, whether it's edible oil, things are looking like they're on the mend as far as raw material prices are concerned. What about the margins going forward, because it's been sticky around that 13% range for the last few quarters?
Yeah, so this quarter we have EBITDA margin is close to 14.2%. That's what our target is. Our target is to be in between 13 to 14%. That's our target is, and we are on track on this. And one more point, that from a volume growth perspective, what we told earlier also, our volume growth in salty snacks category is upward of 17%, and that's what we have done in the highest in last many quarters. So in this 2 quarter H1 24, our volume growth is upward of 17% in salty snacks category. That's what our target is.
Great to have you, both of you, on the show, and thanks for taking the time out and joining in today
Thank
to
you.
highlight how Bikaji Foods' earnings performance has been and what's it looking like going forward.